Hi everybody, we're going to do our last dinosaur craft today. We're going to be making this little guy. Now parents, this was in the packet that you picked up. Actually there were two of them on the sheet. So you could cut one out unless you want to make twins, you could cut two out. I'm going to do one, I'm not going to do twins. Okay, the first step parents that you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of white paper and just make an egg. Make an egg, make an egg shape, cut it out. Okay, and remember guys, it's an egg, but what do we call this shape? Oval. So we're gonna make a white oval and that's gonna be our egg. And then mom or dad, what you could do is take a scissor and just cut zigzags like I cut so that you end up with two halves of an egg, like a broken egg. Okay? The next step is to take anything, I actually took a pencil point and make a little, hold the egg like this, hold it together, and then make a little hole. And then you could take, I have one of those brad fasteners. If you don't have that, like a little twist tie you could even do, or a piece of string through and tie it. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna poke it through the holes. See? Let me bend this up. Oh boy, I need my glasses. Okay, so that you're gonna have the egg like that. So the egg will open and shut, open and shut, okay? And then we're gonna paint the egg, we're gonna paint the dinosaur, and when the dinosaur's all painted and everything's dry, you glue him behind so the egg shuts and we go, whoa, whoa, the egg is hatching, boop! There's the dinosaur. And like I said, you could do twins if you want to make two. Okay, guys, so that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna make a dinosaur egg and a little dinosaur to hatch out of it. Okay, so what I did, boys and girls, this is what I did. And you have to do this with mommy and daddy. I got some paint and I found some things in my kitchen that I'm gonna use to paint with. You could use a paintbrush, you could use your fingers, okay? Miss Lori's gonna paint with this. This is a potato masher. You make mashed potatoes with this. I'm gonna paint with this. You could use this in if mommy and daddy have this in the kitchen, it's called a spatula. You could paint with that. And then Miss Lori got some swabs. Instead of a paintbrush, I'm gonna use some swabs to do my dinosaur because he's little. So that way I could put little bits of paint on him. All right, let me show you how we're gonna do this. Okay, so you could take your egg. You don't have to attach it. I just attached it to show you guys. So you could leave it in two halves. You don't have to attach it. I'll undo it for you. I just wanted to show you what the finished egg will look like. Okay, I'm gonna start with my bottom half. I think I'm gonna use purple. And watch, it's really cool, watch this. I'm gonna take my potato masher and stick it in the paint and mush it around so my whole masher gets covered, see? And then just go boing, boing, boing. A little more paint, boing, boing, boing. And look how cool, it just gives you a whole nother look on your egg. See parents, it's like just another texture for the kids to work with, you know what I mean? Cool, right? Okay, now you can also use, I'm going to put him aside, you could also use a spatula if you want. Let's see, I'll show you that with yellow. Okay, and you could take the spatula and just dip it and just go stroke, stroke. Remember boys and girls, we talked about that when we paint? You pull it down, hold it with one finger, okay, and pull it down, pull. Okay, not like this, just try to do it like Miss Lori's doing it. Hold it and go pull, pull, okay? I'll show you one more thing you could do, one more technique. And you guys use your imagination. If you have other things around the house, that's fine. I'm going to use some orange, and you could also take an old washcloth scrunch it up like we did almost like with the tin foil. Dip it in the paint and go pat, 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 pat. Okay, and that'll give another kind of look. See? Pat, 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 pat. All right, so those are just some ideas you could, different things you could use to make your egg. And when I do my dinosaur, Miss Lori, and again, you could use your finger, a brush. Miss Lori's gonna use a swab because it's little. And I could get the different parts. I'll show you what I mean. You take a swab and you dip it in, see? And then you could just go color, almost like a crayon, see? See what I mean? And then if I want to do his little stripes, it's easy to do the little stripes with a Q-tip because you want to try and make it stay in the line. Do you see that? Okay. All right. So when you're done painting, let it dry. Mom and Dad, what I recommend to do when it's dried, wait till it's dried. Put a book on top of it because sometimes the paper will curl up from the paint. Put a book on top of it. And then when everything's all dry, like I said, you take your egg, glue your dino behind it, and just attach the other part of the egg with the, like I said, a fastener or a tie, a string, anything that you have that could hold the egg together so it will move up and down. All right, so tomorrow we could look at each other's eggs, okay? All right, have fun doing this. See you later.